Hello, thank you for watching my video. My name is Salminen, and welcome to my webpage. Welcome to my resume, and thank you for taking the time just to get to know me a little bit more and let me tell a little bit of my story in education. So I'm going to start back at the beginning. My parents are both teachers, and I never in a million years thought I would ever want to be a teacher. That was the last job I wanted to do. So in college, I went to Shanghai. I was going to be an international relations major, I'm going to be working in embassies, and I really worked hard to learn Mandarin Chinese and to get my bachelor's degree at Shanghai International Studies University with the idea that I was going to be working in the government. But as I got into the whole political aspect of international relations, I realized that the place to make a difference in this world was not in politics. It was with students, with children, with kids. And so that brought me to my career in education. So in 2009, after getting a certification from Shanghai International Studies University, I returned to the States and got my bachelor's degree in education from EMU and my teaching certificate. So I'm K-5 elementary, K-8 language arts, and K-12 TESOL. Once I got my degree, I knew I still wanted to be overseas. And so I student taught with Principal Natasha York at Thurston Elementary and Kelly Steinhauer's fifth grade class. And was offered an opportunity in the Ann Arbor district then, but I had my heart set on going overseas. As growing up overseas, just living internationally was in my blood, and I had something that I wanted to fulfill in that. So my first teaching job was teaching seventh grade reading and language arts at QSI, so Quality Schools International, their school in Almaty, Kazakhstan. In Almaty International School, I was the seventh grade English language arts teacher. I was also involved on our school's environmental accreditation committee. And this was really just a time for me to get my feet wet in the world of teaching. This was teaching using an American curriculum with the hopes that our students would go on to attend American colleges. And so our school, Almaty International Schools, was accredited by the Middle States College Association. And so I was on that accreditation team. This was a time for me to really get to learn my craft in education. And it is one of those years, the second year that I taught seventh grade ELA, I think was one of my favorites still, when I was really able to own it. And some of the projects that my students made are available on the website, and you can see. After teaching seventh grade ELA at Almaty International School, my wife and I moved to within the same organization to QSI Chengdu, so one of their other schools in Chengdu, China. I'd always wanted to get back to China. I had become fluent in Mandarin in college, and I just had a big desire to get back to China and to teach there again and to show the amazing culture to my wife. So in QSI Chengdu, I taught fourth grade. My wife and I actually team taught. So we're still married. We get along. But it was a lot of fun working with my wife in teaching, basically running the fourth grade together with her. And so we met the needs and challenges of our extremely multi-ethnic class. Lots of American students, but lots of locals. And we were required to make sure they all succeeded. We did readers and writers workshop there. Math workshop was everyday practice. And I was also involved in our literacy and environmental committee, as well as our school band, play the bass. I helped plan our school science fair, and I coached the varsity girls basketball team, which took second place in the Chengdu International Schools Association tournament. I was also the chess club coach and the chess club coordinator as well. And so we were at that school for 2 years, and I was at QSI Almaty for 2 years as well. So 2 years in fourth grade, 2 years in seventh grade, and then I returned to the States. So in 2016, my dad passed unexpectedly, and that definitely prompted a return to the States for me and my family. But because we had been living thousands of miles away, returning to Ann Arbor to be right in the same neighborhood as our family did not sound appealing. So we decided to move up to Lansing to give a little bit of buffer in our move back. And so I really had a drive to do inner city teaching. And so up in Lansing, I got hired at Lansing Charter Academy, which is in the south side of Lansing, a really rough area. But it was the toughest year of teaching I've ever experienced, but also probably one of my most rewarding. At Lansing Charter, I was faced with students who didn't want to learn, who who just had rough home lives, and my goal was to show them the value of education and to help them achieve the goals that they would never have hoped they could achieve. And I did it. I was named a champion teacher that year by National Heritage Academies, and the following year was the recipient of NHA's Excellence in Teaching Award. When I was a seventh grade ELA teacher, I was also our team lead and on our school leadership and improvement team. So I was in Lansing Charter for 1 year, and my wife and I had a baby, and so we realized we should probably be closer to home than what we wanted to. So although we wanted to be intrepid and strike out on our own up in Lansing, we knew we definitely needed the support of our families now that children were in the picture. So the following year, so I was at Lansing Charter for a year, and I transferred within National Heritage Academies down to South Point Scholars, which is here in the Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor area. And I was a fifth grade teacher there for 1 year. And it was in that year that I earned NHA's Excellence in Teaching Award. And it was at South Point Scholars that I really learned what quality teamwork looked like and how to work with my team to make sure that all of our students achieved personal goals and academic goals. Despite the quality of teacher training that South Point and National Heritage Academies gave me, I knew I really wanted to be in a public school. And so an opportunity opened up for me to switch to fifth grade at Byrd Elementary in Plymouth Canton. That's where I've been this past year. It has been an amazing year. I love Byrd. I love my students, and it has been great to see them grow and develop themselves into the middle schoolers that they're going to become, even with COVID. This has been an awesome year, and my reference, Mr. Hill, could tell you more about the amazing things that I've done in the fifth grade class there at Byrd. Unfortunately, due to COVID and the restructuring that Plymouth Canton is having right now, I have been moved out of the elementary classroom, and so this is why you are seeing this video today. I love elementary, I love Ann Arbor, and I would love to be back in Ann Arbor in an elementary classroom. So I love to get to talk to you more in person. This is just a little bit about me. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and look at the website and review my resume, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.